have
no,
all
no,
the fun
that
ready with you?
no, 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 no. Actually, in the meantime, what happened? I used to go almost. I went to almost 25 banks. 25 your number, so but it was more than 25. Everybody was denied to fund me.
So, what was the kind of turnover that you have done last year?
Last year, sir, I have touched almost 32 CR.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Inspire with AR Pro. So, Inspire is a program on AR Pro wherein we bring you successful entrepreneurs from the auto industry and they share their stories of success with you. Whenever we talk about entrepreneurship, it's not an easy task. There are a lot of hardship that goes into it, and it's only after a lot of hard work anybody has achieved what they are today. Like every week, we have a brand new guest this week also. I will introduce you to him, but before that, if you're not a member on AR Pro, immediately go down to the link given here and register yourself to become a free member. And do subscribe to our channel for more such videos. So, team, let me introduce you today's guest. So, today's guest is a person who started off his dream as an entrepreneur building a two-wheeler dealership. In fact, he started his career in the auto industry, and from there he moved on to work with different companies, OEMs in the auto industry. And it was at one moment that it ignited his thought to be an entrepreneur. So he was the person who went on to start his own two-wheeler dealership, and from there he has grown to what he is today. Today they have about 4 sub dealers, and together they do a turnover of almost 32 crores. It is not easy, team. Let us hear from the guest himself. So let me introduce you to the guest of the day, Mr. Amit. So over to you, Pro Amit. Please do introduce yourself to the team and tell us your story on how it all started.
Hi, all pros. Myself, Amit Magdum. I completed my MBA in 2006. After that, I joined a company by the name Mahindra First Choice. Earlier, the company's name was Automart India. It's basically into the used car sales. I completed MBA in 2006 May, and immediately within 15 days, I got the chance to work with the Mahindra Group company, and it was based in Bangalore. So I shifted all the way from Kolhapur to Bangalore. It was my first job, and uh, I completed my education from childhood till MBA. Almost most of the part was in the local language, Marathi language. So and first job itself was in Bangalore. So it was little difficult for me to go to such a big city, metro city, and start my career over there. I was not knowing anybody over there. So when I went on very first day, I was staying in a that there was some rooms which were run by the temples, 10 temples. So I used to stay there for almost 8 to 10 days. Then somehow I came to that somebody from my native is staying already there. Then after contacting them, I went to stay there as a tenant in that flat. So it was not easy task for me. Everything was new for me, and then luckily in that Bangalore office, uh, two of senior person were from my Kolhapur district itself. So it was really helping nature they were having, and I got very good training from them. All things were new for me. I joined there as a trainee, executive trainee. Deputation was for 6 months as a trainee. Then after seeing the performance, then they made me permanent, and I was working in Bangalore for almost a year, 13 months. So looking at the performance and all those things, then when I got a chance to move on, they transferred me to a Go office. But as I was saying that it's little easy to sell a new car or a new two-wheeler to a customer. Everything is new there. Customer is buying a new vehicle, so there is a warranty, and he whomever purchases, he will be the new car segment. It's not like that, or used vehicle, it's not like that. First of all, customer is having in his mind that whether the car is genuine or not, whether it's a stolen, whether it was made with an accident, why the previous owner sold. So it's not that easy to convince to customer and sell him a used car or used vehicle. So that was little difficult, but being a Mahindra brand, we got a lot of training and motivational things from the company. So it made us easy to understand the customer needs and sell them the vehicle. Then almost after 13 months, then I got transferred to the Go office. I was deputed there as a DAM. It was called as a dealer assistant manager. There were three channel partners in Goa. So I used to manage them. Like in used car business, it's mostly related. If you are buying a good vehicle from a customer, then only you can sell to a good vehicle to customer. So in used car industry, it's very difficult to get a used new means a good condition vehicle. So that I used to manage mostly in Goa. So I was almost there for 1.5 years, and after that, then I got transferred to Surat. In Surat, I was working almost for 6 months. Then I came across the Honda two wheelers. I got a chance to give an interview at HMSI Honda two wheelers. Then I got selected, and then again I came to Pune office because Honda two wheelers is having their regional office in Pune, and from Pune office they cover entire Maharashtra, Goa, and Gujarat. So that's how I shifted to Honda two wheelers, and I was not knowing that being employee at Honda, that it will change my entire life. I never thought that some day in my life will come like this, and I I don't know, means I was not knowing that time also that such things can happen with anybody. But it was a very nice decision that I joined there, and I was lucky enough that whatever I'm there today, it's all because of Honda two wheelers and the colleagues. So in 2009, I joined Honda as a executive, and almost 2.5 years I was working there, and it was mostly related to channel handling, dealer partners handling. So in 2.5 years, I looked after almost all the dealers of Maharashtra, other than I think Nagpur or Mumbai and Kolhapur. So the task there was, because in those days in HMSI most of the vehicles were on waiting. The production was little low, so supply was low. So almost all the vehicles were was on waiting. Like if a customer books a vehicle, he has to wait for let's say 1 month or 2 months kind of thing. So that was the position that time. But if we say today, the scenario has completely changed. When I was an employee in HMSI, that time HMSI was almost on the fourth number in market share. But today, if we see, it's almost at par with the market leader currently. In some states, almost I think 11 states, HMSI is at number one in market share. That's how the journey was there in HMSI till my I was working in HMSI. In the meantime, while working in HMSI, there was one dealership requirement was there in nearest city of Sangli district. So that particular location is in Sangli district, which is almost 15 kilometers away from my home. So one thought came to my mind that why I should not apply. I was not knowing. I was not knowing at all what what kind of event of location they want, how many manpower will be working in such a dealership, and how things are happening. I don't know how funding and all those things. So just one simple thought came to my mind. Just let's go to a manager, our senior manager, Mr. Anup San, and I just asked him, sir, can I apply? Then he looked at me. He was also a little shocked. How a person, I mean, how a thought also can came to my mind. But then he made me sit and he told me all the things what dealers' basic requirements are there, because I was having almost that particular time 4.5 years experience as in job. And if I see my personal background, it's almost all my family members are basically from the agriculture field. Like all my father was a farmer, and my cousins are also, they are also farmers. So my elder sister, she's a class teacher, I mean, teacher, high school teacher, and younger sister, she's a doctor. Nobody is into business, and everybody is in farming. So my senior manager that time, he told me all those things. He gave a brief idea what a dealer is, what is actually company's requirement, like infrastructure, or what kind of investment is there, and how many manpower is required, how you have to maintain a market share, or how you have to take lead, and from fourth number, how you have to go to third or second or maybe first, and how you have to achieve biggest market share in your industry. Then whatever information he given, I was worried that I can't manage this much funds. I can't make it available, because rest of the things like manpower or particular infrastructure, that can be managed. That was also a little difficult, but it was not difficult than arranging the funds. So I told my senior manager that I'll think of, and give me 2 days time. I'll think of and I'll come back to you. Then to my parents or my friends, and in the same time I was trying to get information that if I can get that much amount of loan, because when I resigned from HMSI, that particular time my salary was somewhere around 4.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs per year. So I was unaware that what kind of situation will come in front of me when I'll go back and my career as a dealer. So after 2 days, I went to my senior manager again and told him that I'll fill the application form. Let's try it out. I don't know, but it was my friends or it was my some colleagues in office. They also boosted my morale and they told me, let's try it out. So with the help of all those people, I thought that I'll go ahead. At home, initially, the parents were not agree. This much investment is there, and we can't afford, or we can't manage this much of big amount. So earlier they denied the entire proposal itself. So somehow I decided and I applied. Then almost 6 or 7 months later, the interview process happened. That time I shown them the proposed location and all those things. So the interview happened. Then 2-3 times they have taken my interview. Then there was one Japanese senior person who was also involved in this process, because being an HMSI employee, they also wanted to test if they give a dealership to me, and if I am not able to manage the things correctly, and after some time, let's say if I change my mindset or if I leave the dealership, then it's bad words for the dealer. Bad words for the Honda two-wheeler that they have started, and after 1 or 2 years they have closed it. So it will be little difficult for a brand to explain to dealership. So 3-4 times my interviews happened. I given or whatever company's requirement is there, like the land and the financial papers and all those things I managed. Then somehow, with the help of my ex-colleagues and my good luck, I say that I got selected and I got LOI from the HMSI. And I particularly remember also that particular day was in December, 23rd of December, when I got the LOI.
Which year?
So 2011. And
Okay.
last 8 to 10 days of every year, like December last week and few days of January every year, there is a block holiday to HMSI. So almost 8 to 10 days there is a holiday, and 25th of December 2011 was the last working day in HMSI. After that, from 26 onwards, block holidays for 10 days were about to start, and that was my last working day as in HMSI, and as employee, it was my last working day.
Fantastic.
Then it was little difficult that I was there in that entire environment for 2.5 years, and with the help of all those senior people and the colleagues, I got opportunity to work with such a big brand, and that was a dealer. It was a little difficult. Then I moved on and I reached my native almost 1 week later. Then the entire story, actually the main story starts here, because when I came here, then I came to know that it's very difficult to manage all those things, because when I was working as an employee, I used to tell others, you do like this, we need construction like this, we need these many vehicles, we need these many funds for the spare part and all those things. But it's easy to tell others to do work, but when it comes to us, it's very really tough. I came to know that particular time. So I came, then I started, and from very first day itself, it started. So from very sorry. So from very first day itself, I came to know what is going ahead and all those things. So I still remember that I was not having a two-wheeler at my home. It was a two-wheeler, but it was one Activa, which my younger sister used to go to her college and classes. So somehow I managed to get a two-wheeler from my friend, and I used to travel daily 15-20 kilometers from my native to the proposed location where I started the construction. It was actually on rental basis. The building was ready, but basement was there, ground floor was there, but I was supposed to build a first floor also. Then I started construction. I made the modification in the buildings. First floor was entirely constructed. Whatever changes was required, it was made as per Honda's norms and rules. Then the entire building was completed in May 2012, and on 27th of the showroom was inaugurated. And after that, the sale and all those things, dealership operation was started.
Did you have all the fund ready with you?
No. Actually, in the meantime, what happened? I used to go almost. I went to almost 25 banks, 25 number or so, but it was more than 25. Everybody was denied to fund me, and obviously because my entire background was from a farmer family, and I was not having that much of financial transactions, or my ITR was not that much of strong, because when I left HMSI, my take home salary per annum was somewhere around 4.5 to 5 lakhs. So on 5 lakhs of yearly income, who will fund me like 40, 50, 70 lakhs? Obviously banks will refuse. Everywhere I was used to say that this is my also agreed that you have LOI, but what mortgage you will give me? Your financial transactions are not that much strong. and whatever land I was having, it was agriculture land, and as per RBI rule, they can't take agri land as a mortgage. So then I came in very tension what to do, how to go ahead. So went to a local market where some people gives funding on some extra interest amount. So one more time I decided to take a risk, and almost around 32 lakh rupees I taken. It was huge amount for me because every month I used to take salary of 40,000 rupees, and taking a 32 lakh rupees on extra interest from the market.
That's
So
almost
people,
that's almost 10 times your existing salary. I mean, that time.
yeah, yeah. So from home also, my father or my mother, they also started shouting at me that you've taken this much, such a big decision. You have left your job in such a good company, and you have started taking amount also from market. How you will recover? What you will do? So they were also angry on me. But I know in initial days, I was not having even sufficient funds to take like office furnitures, like table or whatever requirement is there. That much amount was also I was not having. It was there, but it was not sufficient. And the vehicles what I was supposed to take from company for sale, the funds were not ready to get vehicles from company. It was there, but it was not sufficient. And then I got this 32 lakh rupees from market, and then with the help of my ex-colleagues in HMSI and some senior people, I approached HDFC Bank for inventory funding. Then I was also having relation with some HDFC senior person that particular time. Being a ex HMSI employee, I was having some good relation with them. So somehow they got convinced, and they given me initial funding of 75 lakh rupees for the two-wheeler purchase and sale. So that's how the inventory funding started, and then whatever my requirement of vehicle was there, it started coming from the company. Then 8 or 10 months, or within 1 year's time, they have increased that limit to 1.5 lakh. Sorry, one. They kept on increasing, and 1.5 to 2.5, 2.25, from 2.25 to 2.5. Now currently I'm having limit of almost 5 CR. So initial days was very hard for me. I know even one thing that that time it was a sales tax. GST was not there in 2012. So whatever sales tax I used to collect from customer, that I was supposed to deposit to government within 6 months time. I was falling in that particular bracket, 6 months bracket, because my sales tax collection was that much that I was falling in bracket of 6 months. Whatever that sales tax amount I was collecting, then from that particular amount I used to buy whatever office requirements were there, like PCs or printers and office furniture or something else. Whatever amount I taken from my friends or some relative or known person, I used to pay back them. But what after 6 months? That whatever amount I collected as a sales tax, after 6 months I was supposed to pay, but that amount of 6 months became such a big that again it was impossible for me to pay. I got notices from sales tax department that this much dues are there, you have to pay and all those things. So I went to meet sales tax commissioner, and somehow he agreed to give me installment of three installments, and I cleared off that all the amount in 3 installments. So
Okay.
So it was asked for me that. Also, that in HMSI there are two meetings in a year One first is a two-way communication, and another one is a dealer meet every year. So first meet was the Pune office, Pune regional office. So I remember I was in such a hard days. It was not possible for me to spare some amount and get some car or something like that. That much luxury I was not having that much that particular time. So it was not yeah also that you have to you are going by auto or yeah to company's meet. So somehow I got a car. It was Maruti 800 specifically, to be speak frankly. I got a Maruti 800 of my friend, and I meet where all the dealers are coming in Mercedes or Audi and all those things. I am going in Maruti 800. That too, it was of my friend. It was not mine. So then it was bad feeling for me that what I'm doing. So with bad feeling, I used to park that car a lot at long distance that nobody will come to know that I'm using this car or I'm going to meeting with my work like that. But as of now, if I see at that in on very first day, I was not having a two-wheeler. After that, I was not having a four-wheeler, and I'm going to meet and all this. I'm not having funds and all those things. So if I see my current position, it's much way better. And earlier, I was second dealer in the entire district, and I was given a very small area to sell because the first dealer who was the earlier dealer, he was operating in entire district. So I got some part of that as a sales area, and after that, looking at the performance, company kept on increasing my area, and today I am having my own dealership. And after that, I am having four tehsils in my district. There are 10 tehsils, sorry, 9 tehsils. I am having my network in four tehsils as a four sub dealers. There are almost three authorized service center and almost two sale points. So other than my dealership, I am having almost 9 touch points to the customers. So and earlier I used to sell when I started around 60-70 vehicles per month. Today I'm touching if I see my last year's figure, last financial year 1920, it was almost around 437 figures. So almost 450 vehicles we used to sell last financial year. This year, if we leave
450 vehicles every month.
450 vehicles every month.
Wow.
So
from 60 vehicles to 450 vehicles. That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's all trust of the Honda officials and my ex-colleagues on me, and no doubt I also worked hard and my efforts are also there. But what motivation and what support I got my ex-colleagues or my senior person in the HMSI, it was amazing. Because of them only I'm here currently.
That's fantastic to know, Mr. Amit. So in fact, when you started off, definitely, it's not easy to start a business and just kick off, even though you're taken a huge loan. So when you started off your business, and especially you don't have a business background, you come from a farmer's family. So what exactly were the major challenges that you faced after you started with your business?
As I said, Sarki, funding was the main challenge because if you don't have money in your pocket, you can't buy things whatever. I was having an experience in automobile industry for almost 5.5. That experience was as an employee. As a dealer or as a businessman, I was not having any experience. It was almost zero experience I had that particular time. So what I used to do, I used to talk a lot to nearby dealers that how to deal with a particular company, like from where to get the finance, how to approach the finance companies, or while constructing it was ready-made setup how to construct to me. So I used to take a lot of help from my co-dealers, and though let it be related to construction or let it be related to channel funding or the manpower recruitment, I know that when I started, including me, we were almost 19 people. That from day one we started 19 people to work around. Today, if I see, almost around 72 people are working in my company, and it's really nice. So that funding problem was there, then no experience of business, that problem was there. But slowly and steadily, I got chance to get information from the co-dealers and all.
Okay. So once you started off your business, you definitely need a lot of motivation. How did you
Yes.
keep yourself motivated throughout all these journeys?
You will laugh at me if I tell you, but I'll still tell you. I used to start from my home almost in the morning around 8:30 or 9 in the morning. Uh, and I was in nervous mood in the initial days because I was not used to get the funding, and because of less money, I'm not able to pay the payment to the contractor or the water material we purchase for the construction like steel, cement, and all those things. So nervous mood with that particular time. So somehow I started to listen to some motivational songs, or I used to start reading the novel on the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, because he was also built entire his empire from zero. So somehow then I started reading about the successful businessmen like Anand Mahindra was there, and Mr. Ratan Tata was there. Somehow I started and reading their stories, I came to know that though I may not become such a big businessman like them, but at least whatever challenge I have taken and whatever opportunity I got to work with such a big brand like Honda two wheelers, then I should not waste it. So I started again working hard, and tried to the fullest means my strength. I started working. I used to meet lots of people and get ideas. Also come across some problems. Then I used a dealer here, co-dealer Mr. Nikhil Patil. I used to meet his C also, and with the help of them, then I started the initial things.
So, what was the kind of turnover that you have done last year?
Last year, sir, I have touched almost 32 CR. Very proud to say that my dealership comes in Sangli district. My nearby another district is a Kolhapur district, and in these two districts, what like what spare part we purchase from our parent company. Water company gives us target or almost 5 and 3 8. There are 8 HMSI dealers in these both districts, Sangli and Kolhapur district put together. So I am the highest target achiever, or I can say the maximum amount of spare part I purchased from the company. Because if I take example of this year, particular this financial year 2021, I'm having a target of almost around 12 or 13 lakhs rupees of spare part purchase from company, but I'm almost touching around 23 to 24 lakh rupees per month, which is almost double, and it is highest in I can say in these both districts. No doubt I get reward also for the same from my parent company. So that is one good achievement I have, and it's no doubt because of
So, what are your future plans?
Looking at current automobile industry, I have to work with either some of the, like, I want to go into some four-wheeler industry, or maybe in a commercial vehicle industry. Recently, I got actually one of leading commercial company. They are searching for a new dealer in Sangli district, so they approached me. But I don't know. I'm just checking out whether it's feasible for me, because I almost have, as a businessman, I'm having 9 years experience in this two-wheeler industry. I don't know much about the commercial industry, so I'm just checking. I'm studying on that commercial industry. So if that that much data, sorry, I'm trying to get all the data from the about that commercial industry. So I think it's worthy. Then I may get into that commercial industry or commercial dealership business. I will get into, and obviously some, or in coming 4 or 5 years down the line, the electric vehicles boom will be there. It's already started. Many lots of new companies are entering in India with their electric vehicles, especially in two-wheeler. We are going to very enthusiastic. What will be the future about of two-wheeler or four-wheeler wheelers running on petrol or diesel? And most importantly, we are worried that whether our work will work in future or no, because the vehicles which are running on the electricity, so obviously there is no engine, so no spare part, no engine oil. So we are little worried about that. So obviously technological changes are going to happen. It will open some new doors to the existing dealers. And whatever tension we are having, so obviously some kind of tension might be there to the parent companies also. They also must have thought about this, so they will come up with some good solution on that.
So, what is your message to the new generation entrepreneurs who want to get into entrepreneurship?
Sorry, I didn't listen. Sorry.
What is your message to the new generation entrepreneurs who want to come into entrepreneurship?
Sir, looking at my experience, I'll say that you should do is, first you have to be very firm on your decision. Let it be beneficial to you, or it may give some amount of. You should be firm on your decision, whatever you want to do. You do proper planning, and most importantly, hard work and dedication, sir. There is no any other option to these two things: hard work and dedication. You must be loyal to your work. You must give more than 100% of yours or your efforts to whatever decision you have taken. Let it be in any sector, automobile or any sector, but you have to give 100% of your efforts to. And looking at my previous, who will give you moral support, who will boost your morale, and whenever there is a tough time, they should stand along with you. So these 2-3 things you should have, sir. That's what I think.
That's fantastic. So you told us that the first Honda meeting, when you had the dealer principal meet,
yes,
you borrowed your friend's Maruti 800 and went for the meeting.
Yes.
So what do you drive right now for a meeting?
No, currently I'm having 3 cars at home. One automatic vehicle I took on my father's birthday 4 years back, and currently I'm having a Hyundai Creta and one Audi A4 I'm having with me.
Wow! So isn't that amazing, guys? So
Yes.
Mr. Amit, our pro Amit was borrowing a friend's Maruti 800 and going for a meeting that day. And today he has moved on to drive his own Audi A4. That was fantastic to know your story. And
Yes,
I'm sure people on Air Pro also have loved the story. I mean, they would love to take inspiration from this and probably go forward with that. So, team, as we always say at Air Pro, we always promote, to be an entrepreneur. So, if you want to be an entrepreneur, one of the most important thing that you need to have in your life is be prepared to work hard, to grab the opportunity, and be consistent. As long as you're consistent, as long as you're working hard, nothing is impossible. So we
that's
have
true.
been sharing so many examples every week. Again, Pro Amit has been one of a great example to us. So if you have any questions for Pro Amit, you can send in an email to our email ID mentioned here. That is webinar@autoretailpro.com. And we will get your questions answered by Pro Amit. It was great having you on our show.
Yes, thank you.
So we will again catch up for something else later on. However, it is great to be
Definitely.
having you as a member on AR Pro as well.
No, thank you. We are also my from my side or from all the team members to you. This is the first such kind of any interview I'm giving because I never my nature is little kind of shy, so this is the first time I'm doing such thing. So I'm also thanks to all the AR Pro team and all the members from my side and my from my entire my team side. Thank you.
So, team, I'm sure you enjoyed the show. So, definitely, the first thing that you need to do is immediately click on the like button and share this video with all your friends and colleagues. And of course, subscribe to our channel to view many more such videos in the coming weeks and coming months. So, team, this is Srikanth Rajan signing off until we meet in the next video. Goodbye.